Okay, got my 73 Challenger. This car is very rusty. It is original, except for the driver window. It is complete. Other than the rear valence, it is fallen off. See, this rear bumper's bad. Tail panel's decent. It needs a patch. But underneath, it's pretty rusty. Quarters are bad. This is the original paint on the car. But you can see this passenger frame rail is not too good. It needs a little love. Especially there where it connects to the floor, it's separated. And everything in there is pretty solid. The fender wells aren't too bad. This door is decent. This car is all original. I bought it off the original owner not too long ago. There's some flaking here, the factory body filling, but it's not rusted. This door jamb looks good. The forward door jambs and pillars are not, however. They do need patched. The floors in this car are no good. They're full of holes. It is solid, but I did have the carpet up in it until about 3 months ago, and I ripped it out. This floor's got massive holes in it, and is not solid here in the rear. The seats are bad. They're ate up. Back seats they're not too bad, but they're torn. It is a console car. It's a 73. This fender is pretty rusty. They did work on it before. The door panel is separating right here. It does need welded back to it, but it is solid for the most part and does need a small patch. This fender, however, is going to need completely replaced. As you can see, it's not even connected anymore. It does have a lot more surface rust. It is also got a massive dent. The side marker is missing and is also rusted. The front valence panel, you could patch it if you wanted to, if you had the skills, but I do not. There's a chip in the front fascia, real small one. No big deal, some fiberglass can fix it. That is all the original hardware on this car, so it looks pretty decent. There's a lot better ones out there. The hood is trashed. You can see there's a small crimple in there where it's broke, and it folds over when you try to shut it. Original motor, 318 2-barrel carburetor. It's a mount for this fender that broke off. I keep it here out of the way. This is all patchable. This inner fender well, it's fine. Still got the original stickers on it and everything. Ignition box. The firewall's decent. There's a couple little holes. You know, real minor, minuscule stuff. Especially over there near for the brake. Around that hinge is ate up a little bit. This inner fender is ate up. It can be patched. I've seen people do it. It's no big of a deal. This fender is also junk, and like I said, so is the hood. The hood is trash. It's still the original paint. It's even glossy in some spots, but that doesn't mean anything if it's not solid. Here's the area where it is broken. That is sad. I'm gonna lay the phone down real quick. It does require 2 forceful hands to get the hood to close properly. There is another hole in the front fascia, but that once again is patchable. Yeah, this fender, it's dented up. It's got a big dent in it from where they pushed it with a tractor, sadly. And the top of it's ate up. It's patchable, but it's ate up. And it's not as bad as the other one, other than this dent. It's possible to bang it out. I wasn't fool with it because I don't have the skills to. This torsion bar over here and the shock, they're worn out real bad. I believe the torsion bar is bent, so this side of the car sets on the ground. This door is solid. It has a small hole in the bottom, up underneath it. Not on the outer skin though. You can see there's glass there from the old window. It's fallen through that hole. Door panels, they're good. This one is ate out a little more over here. This door jamb is, and the floor is a lot worse, but it's just as solid. Even in the rear, it's solid. The top, it needs replaced. It's tore up, but it's not bad. See out the mirror, the original deck gauges, they look good. It is a console car, like I said earlier, so it's a small bonus, not much. But this lower quarter needs replaced. When I get to it, I'm just going to cut them at the body line. This styling line right here on the body, and that's it. They're not too bad though. This rear leaf spring is bad. It's given away. So I've got it sitting on a jack stand on the frame rail. This frame rail is solid. Every other frame rail in this car is good except for the rear passenger one. Tail lights are good. The trunk, however, is not good. The inside frame of it is latched down, but the outer shell has separated for the most part. All the locks in the car still work. I had 2 sets of keys, a spare, the original title. I do have those Dodge letters. I did pull them off so nobody would steal them. I do have all the trim for the rear. I have that trim for that driver door. But there's the junk on this deck lid. You see the trunk is gone. It's solid, but it's gone. This car was a car that was undercoated, so the only place you see rust is the only place where the undercoating's missing. If the undercoating's missing, it rusted. And not a lot of rust, just where the undercoating has fallen off, which is mostly the floors and the lower half of the quarters. The hood and the trunks, however, never undercoated, neither were the under fenders, so those did get rusty. It's not a lot. It's more than most people like to deal with, but it's something that's doable. Just need a little bit of time, a little bit of money. This upper lip is a little ate up. There's a spot missing there and a spot missing there. This is the original seal, and it feels brand new. It's not hard, crusty, or cracked. It's still just as rubbery as just as much as a lot of the seals on this car, which is odd, but it's cool. This, yeah, you can still see a lot of the gloss in here, but that was a long time ago. It does have a luggage rack on it. I don't know if it's the original one. She never told me if it was added or not. But I got that door strip, and I got this rear stuff around this rear Trendo rim. It's all in the back seat, along with the original license plate they had on the car, or at least one of them. She said they only changed it twice. But I'm guessing that's the second one. But it's not much of a problem. Most people tell me it's junk. Well, for $300, it's the best piece of junk you could buy. Especially being all original and complete, other than the window and the rear valence like I mentioned earlier. But she's nasty, but she's mine, so I'm gonna take care of as much as I can, do as much as I can to her. If it ever comes to the point where I can't, and I'll let her go. And when that point comes, I'll let y'all know if anybody wants it. It'll definitely have some work done to it before that time happens, so